So we're here today to record the biodiversity in year 1 at Boles Meadow. This is the first time that we're recording how many species are actually in this habitat, and hopefully as we manage it for wildlife we'll increase the number of species. So we've had lots of volunteers come down, members of Ealing Wildlife Group, lots of families passing by and coming in and helping us write a list of exactly how many species we have. Plants, trees, flowers, bugs, birds, insects.
I think it might be a harlequin ladybird.
I think it's a harlequin. Yeah.
No.
All right, well,
Exactly.
Right.
So yeah, it does just show.
This is a fox skull, and if this is a fox skull, what do you reckon this is?
No, a similar size.
Badger. So the fox has a much longer snout than the badger. The badger is a little bit thicker, and this is called the sagittal crest. All the jaw muscles will attach onto this crest, so it's got a lot of muscle there, a very powerful bite as opposed to the fox. But you can tell they're both kind of carnivorous because of so they've got the big sharp canines for holding on to prey. The badger is more omnivorous, so his back teeth are a little bit flatter. But they're about the same size. I mean, it's a heavier animal, but the head size is very similar.
You learn something every day.
Basically, whatever you can find, if you just pop the name down there, you don't need to go into detail with Latin names. Just if you notice this is elm, just write it down. If you see a dandelion, if you see a white butterfly, anything you see basically, just jot it down. There's one I found on the side of the road, dead.
He's so tiny.
He's tiny, isn't he?
My goodness.
So he'd fit in a matchbox
It's adorable.
and weigh
Oh my
about the
gosh.
same as a pound coin.
And it makes that squeaky noise.
Makes all that
Such-
noise.
Wow.
And when the wings are out, you know, you think it's a very big animal, but obviously tiny, tiny little animal. So this is a common pipistrelle bat, one of our most common bat species. So they're the ones you'll see flittering around in your garden, over ponds, around lamps, attracted by the insects. And they're one of the most common species we detect in Ealing as well when we're on our bat walks. Everything we do that benefits bats will benefit other wildlife as well.
When the sun goes down, if you look up to the sky, sometimes you'll see them flying around. They look like birds. Put your hand out like that. I'll hold your hand underneath. It's not heavy, is it? If you listen to them on the machine, you can hear them going dee 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 dee. And then when
In May we planted hundreds, 400 and something tiny little plug plants, aquatic marginals, to increase the biodiversity of plant life and then insects. A lot of them now have grown up despite it being very, very dry summer. So this one is purple loosestrife, very good for butterflies and bees, lots of insect life on it today. And we've got the native yellow flag iris here. We've got brook lime, which is a little creeping marginal, which despite it being really dry has really formed this carpet around the edge. Lots of rushes and sedges and things to provide cover around the edges. And then we have this one here, which is hemp agrimony. And again, it's a native wildflower that's really, really good for butterflies and other flying insects and pollinators. So lots of things colonizing despite it being really dry, and then hopefully they'll be dormant in the dry period and in the winter, and next spring and summer they're really going to provide a massive flush of colour and bring this place to life. So we just had a bit of drama happen in Boles Meadow. We heard a big crack and this tree just came collapsing down into the pond area. Now you might say, oh, we're going to have to clear it out, it shouldn't be there, but actually I think it makes for a very good kingfisher post. So we'll probably leave it here. Dead wood is very good habitat for beetles and insects, and it doesn't matter if it's dead wood on land or in water, this can do both.
I could take someone to the office.
Yeah?
And we could sequence it.
Wow. Is it for, what's it for? Are they doing environmental organisations or development?
I work
Or?
for technology.
Mum, what's
So we do a little handheld DNA sequencer.
Okay.
And quite a lot of the people who are our customers basically.
Yeah.
Well, just from experience, I mean, I think I'm looking for ants in particular. Well, the species I might find in leaf litter
Oh wow, look. Look at this. It's an emperor hawk moth caterpillar. So it's feeding on this plant here, which is rosebay willow herb, or hairy willow herb. And it only feeds on that one plant. And it has this little spike on the back, but it's one of our largest caterpillars, and it grows into this beautiful moth.
Oh my gosh! It's an elephant hawk moth.
Yes!
Yes! Well, it's not. It's the caterpillar.
It's just done a poo on my hand. Just bring it over and show it to them, I guess. And if there's kids over there now, it's quite cool to see.
Small caterpillars, but maybe we need to maybe put a little bit of a... There you go. I'm going to drop you. Mind it's a caterpillar, isn't it? It's quite tough. There we go. You put this underneath in the shade, and then of course all of these will go back into the area where we found them. Because we're not going to take them home. We went to the fairy glen. Yes. And that's where they found.
There's a baby toad. The toad is drier, wartier skin, and he's got those parotid glands behind the eyes. And whereas the frog has the little dark ear stripe behind the eye. See, all of them have a dark ear stripe.
It's a wasp of some kind, but I mean, that's a very broad description. And see, it's not an ant because the antennae haven't got, ants have a kind of elbowed antenna, and this has just gently curving antenna.
Yeah, everything, anything that's alive. So I've not seen a water scorpion before either. It's getting a little bit warm, so I'm going to put them back in the pond because we don't want them to.
I've seen them as a kid and in the past, but not.
Yeah, I've never seen one until today, actually. Thanks for coming. See you soon, yeah?